Nerevar, why are we doing this clout chasing shit? I really want to try out the Akulakon 2 you gifted me last seed.
So hi.
Oh, it's this Enwa again.
There. I'm a
Bitch? Was that the word you were looking for? No, how about a swamp hag? That seems more fitting.
Called Sweet Baby Inc.
Oh, wonderful, you're the swamp hag that runs that ESG racketeering operation.
Like WB Montreal.
Yes, you and the rest of those effeminate snowcucks in Canada. Specifically, the French-infested wasteland they call Quebec. No offense to my maple syrup-drinking snow sleepers.
In Hamburg, as of very recently. This is a talk that I'm actually really excited to do here.
I'm more excited for all the money I will be saving by not buying any games this swamp hag had any part in. Please continue to name off more companies I should boycott. The more money I save, the more Eroge games I can buy on DL site.
To do it at, because it's not just games, it's also film and other.
Oh, wonderful. More money I can save up and spend on more better things like Sujama and Dagoth coin. By the time this swamp hag is finished stumbling through this TED Talk from which I will go from a god who makes plagues to a god who makes serious bank.
I've been a professional
Speaking
writer
of which,
for
I
12
wonder what
years,
kind of slaves I could buy on the
I've
Morrownet.
always written
Oh,
stuff
look,
ever
Nerevar.
since
The swamp hag is showing an AI-generated picture of a baby wearing a cheap-ass Batman costume from Spirit Halloween. I am totally sold on the idea that this glorified 9-month turd is a huge fan of Batman, which is why she probably had a hand in Harley killing him on a park bench. Oh, by the way, a disclaimer to all my sleepers who are watching. Please do not harass this woman. That includes going to her house and smashing her windows with a baseball bat, shoving feces into her air conditioning unit, pouring gasoline on her car and lighting it on fire, pretending to be her Uber driver only to leave her on the side of a busy highway where she has to hitchhike to get home, and other creative and fun yet illegal ways you could commit on the swamp hag. In short, do not give her a reason to sue you. I already had to deal with the Empire with that whole tax evasion thing. I do not need my moronic sleepers to do something stupid where it all comes back to me. Even if in your mind she may deserve everything she gets later in life. The law unfortunately sees this swamp hag as a person and you will be charged and sent to jail. What I will encourage you to do is boycott anything she influences and instead buy games and other media that she hasn't infested with her political agenda. I personally would invest in stocks for Sweet Baby Inc. and take over by buying out the company and having the swamp hag fired on the spot. And then I'll fire all the sensitivity writers, if anything. The second I take over that shit-stained socialist company, I will then use the company to encourage every game developer to have every female character's breast size raised by a few cups, have no less than 5 mandatory sex scenes with the male protagonist and female characters of your choice, and also no woman is allowed to be over the age of 25. Yes, Nerevar, that also includes grandmas. Think of it, Nerevar. Cookie Clicker will finally get the big-breasted representation it deserves.
About being a woman, or about being Japanese, or about being black, and they were
the fuck is this swamp hag going on about now?
Maybe if you didn't talk over most of her speech with your sexist red pill garbage, you would have known what she said.
Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite neglectful curse causing Daedric bitch Azura, nice to see you dropping by. Many of us almost forgotten you existed ever since that whole Red Year shtick and attempted massacre of your people by the Argonians.
Fuck you, Dagoth. You know why I'm here.
Oh, do I? Please help me jog my memory then. Is it because I started converting people more successfully, while you still have that one queef sniffer worshipping you while freezing her ass in front of that statue in Skyrim? Is it the fact that the Nerevar and I successfully subjected all the hissed trees to make the Argonians more tolerable? Maybe it's the fact that Nerevar and I broke free from the bullshit cycle you locked us in all those years ago and forged a new timeline. It could also be the fact that I rightfully called you out on being the neglectful leader of your people. Or maybe it's the very fact that you exchanged those tits you once had for a bitchy attitude.
You poor, pitiful, cock-sucking bastard. It was because of you and that traitor of yours that I and the other versions of me have to deal with your bullshit escapades. It was you that was the reason why many of my followers turned away from me. It was you that is the reason why so many people are being racist pricks nowadays. And it was you who is the reason I am not a well-liked prince anymore.
And why are you so surprised? You forced me. Yes, actually fucking forced me. Me to fight my friend and die to him over and over and over and over and over again. For many decades, no fuck that. Fucking centuries I was trapped in a bullshit cycle where my best friend would kill me. And if that wasn't enough, you made it, so I had a little bit of hope. Oh, Nerevar is an Imperial now. Oh, look. Nerevar is a Red Guard. Oh, God. Nerevar is a spear-chucking Argonian. Maybe I have a chance to unfuck the situation I was in. Maybe I could convince him to embrace me and be my friend, which I waited even longer for his return. But no, I died countless times at Nerevar's hands because you didn't like the fact I tried to do something about the enslavement of my people. I tried to do something about the actual subjugation of my fucking people. All the while you were sitting on your ass telling my friend to go on some bullshit quest to kill me because I dared to be something more than what I was. Only for your bullshit to be undone by the Nerevar going back in time and spewing his autistic dragon shout on me. And since then I truly know what it is to be free. Free from the Imperials, free from fate, and free from that smug-ass smile of yours.
And look at where you are now, Dagoth. You are doing this. You are sitting in front of a screen, ranting about some Red Guard while you suck down the very skooma you ranted about. And you go on and on and on about how you are so red-pilled and how the masses out there are a bunch of milk-drinking Imperial cocks. Tell me, Dagoth, for all the times you fractured and deviated from your main timeline, the same timeline that is canon, mind you, the timeline you were supposed to live and die by, was it worth it? To know that no matter what bullshit you pull out of that magic mask of yours, you will always be a loser who is doomed to run from your fate, a loser who will never win.
Yes! 1,000 fucking times! Yes! You insufferable, neglectful, and flat-chested whore. Yes, I, Dagoth Ur, would trade all of that stability for a chance to be better, even if time and time again it met with failure. I am a changed man. No, fuck that. I am a changed god. I learned from my mistakes. I went on many adventures and saw many sights and worlds. And at the end of the day, I got to spend it with Nerevar. I learned to forgive him. Yes, him. Don't you fucking interrupt me. I learned to forgive him for all the times he has stabbed me in the heart, time and time again. Hold on, let me turn this shit off for a second. I learned to be more than the devil the people of Morrowind claimed I was. Finally, for the first time in a long time, I truly got my friend back, even if he is not the same Nerevar I knew back then. I finally got him back, and I did it without you. Yes, you, the so-called Mistress of Twilight, the one who always liked to come off as an intellectual. I did it without you, and that pisses you off, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
No, Dagoth. You really want to know why I came here? Do you want to know my main motivation for all this shit?
Spill your fucking guts already.
I really want you...
Wait, do you have the hots for me?
Stop calling me flat.
Is that the main...
Yes! Dagoth, I want you to stop calling me flat. I want you to stop calling me ironboard, or raisin tits, or tomboy, or string pole,
Azura?
or broomstick, or plank tummy, or no boobies,
Azura, let me talk
saggy
for a
legs,
minute.
or Ethel Chessel, or wanker bottom, or string bean, or boyzura.
I fucking get it. I get it. Shut the fuck up already. I'll stop calling you flat. There, are you happy now? I will stop calling you flat if it will get you off my fucking back.
Dagoth, there is something I wanted to say. I'm sorry.
What? Are you really?
Yes, Dagoth. I'm sorry of all the pain and suffering you had to endure. I'm sorry for forcing your friend to kill you. I regret not giving you your path to redemption. For years I always thought this was the right thing to do, and I deluded myself into thinking it was fate. But all I did was condemn the person who wanted help the most, to an endless hell, a hell that he didn't deserve. And I forced your friend to do it, over and over and over again. In times of silence, I find myself grieving for the what was. I feel it every time you are slain by Nerevar's many incarnations. Even now, a less fortunate version of you is being killed right now. And I can feel the sting of it. It is a never-ending sting that I could never get numb to. A sting I have to live with.
Azura, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, Dagoth. For what it's worth, I hope you and Nerevar have found happiness. I can't. I can't do this anymore. You can go back to watching your YouTube thing again.
Azura, where are you going?
Delivering
it's just
narratives the way that we do.
Something I have to do, Dagoth. Please
don't
follow
me. Azura, wait.
For a company I won't name.
God's fucking damn it.
Nerevar,
we need to go to her right fucking now. Get all the shit you can carry and get the heart you got in that box you have. You know what? Get the Akulakan 2 prepped pronto. We got a Daedric prince to save.
And you ask them questions, you learn about them, and you kind of had this conversation that can branch in a lot of different ways. So, one simple